Join me for a story to bring you a sense of warmth and ease. Primrose and Violet, the Bird's Song. This story is about a young girl named Primrose who meets a joyful sprite named Violet and learns the language of birds, changing her life forever. Once upon a time in a land of perpetual spring, there lived a young girl named Primrose who had a heart as pure as the morning dew. One early morning, Primrose awoke to the sweetest melody she had ever heard, a song that seemed to come from a magical realm. She decided that she must find the source of this enchanting music. She wandered through fields of wild flowers, their colors a riot of reds, yellows, and purples. She tiptoed past babbling brooks that giggled as they danced over pebbles. At last, Primrose came to a grove of ancient oak trees. There, perched on a branch, was a joyful sprite named Violet. Violet was no ordinary sprite. She was known for her ability to communicate with birds and to create harmony through their songs. Violet's tiny wings shimmered like the northern lights, and her eyes sparkled with the wisdom of ages. When Violet saw Primrose, she knew this human child was special. "Hello, Primrose," Violet greeted, her voice as light as a feather. "I've been waiting for you." Primrose's eyes widened in surprise. "You know my name?" she asked. "Yes," Violet replied, "the birds have sung to me about you. They told me about your kindness to all living creatures." Overcome with curiosity and a sense of destiny, Primrose sat down beneath the ancient oak. She watched as Violet beckoned to the birds, and one by one, they gathered round. There were robins with chests like the first autumn leaves, blue jays as vibrant as the sky on a perfect summer day, and nightingales with songs that could make the moon blush. "I want to teach you the language of the birds," Violet said. "It is a gift for those whose hearts are pure." With this, Violet sprinkled a handful of stardust over Primrose's head. In an instant, Primrose could understand the trills, tweets, and calls of every bird around her. The birds sang stories of distant lands, tales of bravery, and songs of love. Each note filled Primrose's soul with joy. "You are now one with the symphony of nature," Violet said, her voice echoing in the trees. Primrose knew her life had changed forever. She spent the days that followed exploring the world anew, speaking with the birds and learning their secrets. And every evening, she would return to the ancient grove to sit with Violet and listen to the harmonious concert of wings and voices. In time, Primrose became known throughout the land as the girl who sang with birds. People traveled from far and wide to hear the magical melodies that she and the birds created together. Even in the darkest times, the songs brought hope and light to everyone who listened. And as for Primrose and Violet, their bond grew stronger with each passing day, a bond forged by music and magic, and a shared love for all the world's feathered friends. A new story begins to guide you closer to sleep. The Miracle of Snowdrop and Hannah. This story is about a young girl named Snowdrop and a magical ladybug named Hannah, whose friendship leads them to discover the miracle of the blue moon and the power of pure-hearted wishes. In a quaint little village nestled between the rolling hills and a lush forest, there lived a kind young girl named Snowdrop. She had porcelain skin, silken black hair, and eyes that sparkled like the morning dew. Snowdrop loved the simple joys life had to offer, playing by the brook, picking wildflowers, and listening to the birds sing. One spring day, Snowdrop strolled through the forest and came upon a small, radiant ladybug. This ladybug was no ordinary insect. Her name was Funa, and she had a special gift. Hannah could communicate with the creatures of the forest and bring a touch of magic wherever she went. Snowdrop was entranced by the sight of Hannah's tiny wings shimmering in the sunlight. With great excitement, she extended her hand, and Hannah delicately landed on her fingertips. From that moment on, a deep friendship blossomed between them. Snowdrop learned about the secret languages of the forest and the wonders hidden within nature. One evening, as the sun dipped beneath the horizon, Snowdrop felt a strange chill in the air. The villagers had been whispering about an ancient legend, a miracle that could only happen once every 100 years when the moon turned blue. Snowdrop's curiosity was piqued, and with Hannah by her side, she ventured deeper into the forest to uncover the enigma of the blue moon. The forest was alive with nocturnal creatures, their eyes glowing like lanterns. Snowdrop's heart raced as she walked through the undergrowth, guided by Hannah's gentle light. They reached a clearing where the moonlight bathed the ground in an ethereal glow. There, in the center of the clearing, stood an ancient oak tree. Hannah told Snowdrop, "This tree is the heart of the forest and holds the key to the miracle of the blue moon." So as the clock struck midnight, the blue moon rose, casting its magical light over the land. The ancient oak began to hum with a soft, melodious tune, and the air was filled with shimmering particles. Snowdrop held her breath as she watched in awe. The tree's bark slowly parted, revealing a hidden chamber within its trunk. Inside there was an exquisite flower, glowing with an otherworldly light. Hannah explained, "This is the moonflower, a symbol of hope and renewal. It only blooms under the blue moon's light, and grants a single wish to a pure-hearted soul." He had Snowdrop closed her eyes and made a heartfelt wish for the well-being of her village and the happiness of its people. The moonflower's light intensified, enveloping Snowdrop and Hannah in its warm embrace. When the light faded, Snowdrop felt an overwhelming sense of peace and joy. She knew that her wish had been granted. Snowdrop and Hannah returned to the village, where they were greeted with smiles and laughter. The villagers spoke of prosperous crops, radiant health, and unending happiness. Snowdrop's heart swelled with gratitude as she realized the true power of miracles. A touch of magic, and the purest of intentions could change the world. And so, Snowdrop and Hannah continued to share their adventures, spreading joy and wonder wherever they went. Their story became a cherished legend, reminding everyone that miracles indeed exist and can be found in the most unexpected places. Our next story is ready to carry you further into rest. Sakura and Kaguya, a tale of unity. This story is about Sakura, a girl who united her village to restore the purity of Laughing River, named Kaguya, learning the power of unity. In a quaint village surrounded by cherry blossoms, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Sakura. She had deep brown eyes that mirrored earth and a smile as bright as the sun. Every day, she would visit the Laughing River, which babbled cheerfully as it flowed through the village. This river was named Kaguya, and it was as lively and vibrant as the people who boarded it. One day, Sakura noticed that the usually crystalline waters of Kaguya had turned murky. She felt a pang of sorrow and decided to investigate the source of the trouble. As she followed the river upstream, she found a large boulder blocking its flow. With all her might, she tried to push the boulder away, but it was too heavy. Sakura was determined not to give up. She knew she could not do it alone, and so she sought the help of her fellow villagers. Gathering everyone together, she told them about the plight of Kaguya. The villagers picked up shovels, ropes, and various tools, ready to lend their strength. They worked together tirelessly, removing the boulder piece by piece. As they labored, they laughed, sang songs, and shared stories. Each villager contributed in their own unique way, and soon the boulder began to crumble. With one final heave, the last piece of the obstacle was removed, and the clear water of Kaguya gushed forth with renewed vigor. fireworks erupted, and the village celebrated their achievement with a grand feast by the river. Tahira dipped her hands into the cool waters, feeling the unity that had brought them together. Katlayan's laughter echoed through the village, a beautiful symphony that resonated with the hearts of all. From that day on, Sakura made sure to remind everyone of the power of unity and the strength found in working as one. The bond they forged with each other and with laughing river became a cherished tradition, celebrated each year as a testament to their unwavering spirit. Let's journey onward with another comforting tale. The Hala and Camellia, a tale of generosity. This story is about a kind-hearted girl named Kayla and a snake queen named Camellia, forming a bond of generosity. Once upon a time, in a charming village nestled between glistening mountains and lush green forests, lived a young girl named Kayla. Kayla had a heart of gold, and was known throughout the village for her kindness and generosity. One summer morning, as she strolled through the meadow, she stumbled upon a nest of snakes. Instead of fear, Kayla felt a curious sense of protection and sat down to observe. The snakes, glittering with iridescent scales, hissed and coiled around one another with what appeared to be a whisper of ancient wisdom. Slowly, a particularly majestic snake with golden eyes slithered towards her. It was Camellia, the queen of the snakes. Camellia sensed Kayla's soul and spoke in a soft, mellow voice. "Thank you for your grace. Most humans would have fled or harmed us, moved by the appreciation." Kayla replied, "In kindness, we find true strength, don't we?" From that day forward, Kayla and Camellia formed an unlikely bond. Kayla's generosity extended to the snake nest. She brought them food and protected their hidden home. In return, Camellia taught Kayla the secrets of nature and shared ancient stories passed down through countless generations of her kind. The seasons turned, and the village faced a terrible drought. Crops withered, and the riverbeds that once provided life now cracked and dry. Kayla's family, like many others, struggled to find water. Seeing their plight, Camellia gathered her flock and devised a plan. With their keen senses and ancient wisdom, the snakes burrowed deep into the earth, creating channels for hidden underground springs to surface. Water flowed once more, revitalizing the fields and saving the village from despair. The villagers were in awe and gratitude, not fully understanding the source of their salvation. Only Kayla knew it was through the bond of kindness and generosity that their village had been saved. Years went on. The village flourished, and Kayla grew into a wise and beloved elder. She continued to share the lessons learned from Camellia, teaching that true wealth and strength lie not in possessions or power, but in the kindness and generosity we offer one another. Among the towering trees and blooming flowers, Kayla's story, intertwined with Camellia's, was whispered by the winds to every corner of the earth. Their tale of generosity became a guiding star for young and old alike, reminding everyone that even the smallest acts of kindness can create ripples of hope and goodness in the world. Good night, and may tomorrow bring you joy.